She does train with Boyd, played by Jude Law. He's somebody who has connections to this whole world. She finds his name as somebody who may be able to help. She doesn't know how or why. And he's ex-MI6, and she just basically harasses him until she has nowhere else to go. So, she just makes her his problem. She makes herself his problem. And he, I think, trains her a little bit to get her off of his back. Also, he's just really lonely. He lives in the middle of nowhere in Scotland. So I think this is a guy who, he's a curmudgeon, but he's sort of I think, secretly happy to have a little bit of company. He helps her out and gives her enough skills to where she can, at least try to avenge her family. He doesn't hold back. Nobody in this movie holds back. So there's no hand holding. There's no really great training montage. Well, there is a training montage because you can't have this type of movie without a training montage. But it's not like the traditional one that you would see. I mean, he's very brutal. And so, he locks her in a room until she detoxes, and he makes her prove her worth each time. So what I liked about this film is he wasn't the person empowering her. He was the person who's saying, you're not good enough, you're not going to do this. And she had to say, no, I am. I have to show you. So each time she had to go, he kept discounting her and her value. And maybe it was a tactic, or maybe he actually believed it. I think it was probably a bit of both. And so it was up to her each time to show her worth, rather than this man giving her her worth by giving her some sort of tools. And I think that's what's different about this sort of training montage, or this relationship, is it's her proving to him each time, do not discount me, and do not write me off like you think you know me. I am a human being, and I'm powerful, and I will succeed, and f you for thinking otherwise. I think in order to go there, her mindset would have had to have changed. I don't think she would have wandered into the, rolling hills of the Highlands, not without a level of determination and perseverance. I think that, her family dying in a plane crash, being a freak accident, there's nothing you can do about it except punish yourself because of her part in it. But when she finds out that there is someone else to punish other than herself, I think she's just so desperate to share in that punishment. I think she wants someone else to feel the pain that she's feeling. So that's really what changes her. If anybody changes her perspective, it's Proctor, who's played by Raza Jaffrey, who was just such beautiful casting, because he is living, breathing empathy. He is so kind, and he is so human. And if anything Reed did, any way that she directed him, it would be just be less lovely because he's just so warm and lovely. But he's somebody who, as a journalist, made it his mission in life to expose this truth. And he had really no one else to turn to, and was sort of out of lead. So he just, starts exploring victims. And when he comes across Stephanie and sees where she came from and where she's been, he just, I think it pulled at his heartstrings a bit, and there's nobody really that he can tell what's going on, but he felt like he owed it to her, because she really is, and he says this in the movie, she's another victim. She just happened to survive because of the way it uprooted her life. She is a victim of this. So I think that he's the real, other than Stephanie, I think that Proctor is the real hero of this movie. Jude was really fun to work with. Mainly because we had this, our scenes as actors is one thing. You have to have a certain level of trust and comfortability with someone. But we had to do a fight scene in this film that was one take, and it was probably I think it's a 3-minute fight. And the exciting part is that actors don't normally do their own stunts. But, to this extent, for the entire fight scene, you would do parts of it that you see your face, and then the really athletic parts, you'd have someone else do it. And then also, you don't normally see a fight scene that's actually one take. You'll see them in movies where they fake them, where they stitch it together. So, it looks like it's one shot, but they've actually, edited it in a way where it looks like one shot, but it's not actually one shot, one take, almost like a play. And so we had to do this fight scene together. And so the level of trust it takes to do that is something that's, really, really intense, because you're not just fighting with the choreography like a dance, you're also having to act in the scene. And it's just a really vulnerable situation to be in. So it was, I think that was something that that we were both nervous about and excited about, and had such like respect for each other the whole time, because we had to do this thing. We had to like beat the crap out of each other. But it was really neat, and we actually we did it, which was terrifying. And it's the thing that I'm most proud of in the movie, is that scene with Jude.
Where is the buzz?
Oh, yeah.
Where is the buzz? You said
We used to be
was
a singer.
mine,
Oh,
mine.
where is the buzz?
Woo!